Who don't I like? Well, do you have about 3 hours? No, probably in my drag career here in Melbourne, I've probably made 2 or 3 arch nemesis. All of which were for reasons that, as I've said in previous episodes, they sort of undercut me and undercut the drag industry in general. One of them moved here from somewhere else years and years ago, and I was in a production show at the time, and that person went to the manager of that venue and said, oh, whatever Nova's doing it for, I'll do it for $50 less. And the manager came to me to communicate that, sort of wanting me to obviously drop my price, and I was like, well, no, I'm not going to do that. And then that person got the job, so I've always remembered that. And I'm not a vindictive person, I don't harbour a lot of negative feelings about people. However, I do always remember, and at every possible opportunity over the last 10 years, I've made sure that that person didn't get work if I was ever in a position to provide it. So yeah, there's that person.
Who don't you like, Susie Ridge?
Who don't I like? I like a lot of, I like everybody.
Who don't you like?
Oh God, I can't say that because I might be watching.
You don't have to say their name.
Who don't I like?
Is there someone that's done something to you and you've thought, I don't like them?
What a fucking bitch.
Tell us about it without using their name.
Oh dear. Oh God, there's so many that I hate. No, I mean, there's so many I like. I find they're gonna do something really bad for me to hate them.
Who don't you like?
Well, who don't I like? I've got a list, and it has quite a few people on it. But that's for me to know, and you to find out.
Then there was another person who is just, I mean, oh my God. I worked at another venue and I was the host of the show and they were the guest. And I went home at like 3 o'clock and I got phone calls from the DJ saying, Nova, why is this person hosting shows and doing shows after you've left at like 4 o'clock in the morning, mind you. And I rang that person up several times to try and talk about it rationally, and they were like, oh, no, I'm so sorry, it'll never happen again. It happened every week. And I just actually ended up choosing to leave that job because I thought I can't operate under these conditions. Like, I'm trying to run a professional show here and I'm trying to, have the management respect me and want to pay me for what I do. And then there's this person who'll like do 50 shows in one night at like 5 o'clock in the morning and have no respect for the hierarchy, and I just thought, nah. So I always remember that person, and yeah, never worked with them again. I wouldn't work with them. I've worked with some hideous choreographers, awful people that I just, would never dream of working with again. And I'm lucky enough to be in the position now where I can choose what show. Like, I basically only work in shows that I think are fun and that I enjoy and are with people that I like. And so there's a list of a few people who I wouldn't work with again. And you know who you are.
Is there anyone you don't like?
You know what, it'd be shorter for me to say people I do like, because I don't like a lot of people. But I'm nice to everyone's face. I can be a bit shady or like read them, but I'm always nice and I have manners. But behind their backs, I'm more than happy to talk shit about them, because there's a lot of queens I don't like.
A few weeks ago, you and Ivy had a little dispute there at Tab's show. Was that real or not real?
No, it wasn't real. I love Ivy. Ivy's actually really talented, but she's a bitch. So I just try to give her some shit just so she can like I can kick her off the pedestal a little bit.
I don't think I actually dislike anyone personally. There's lots of maybe traits about certain people that I don't like, but I personally don't have time to dislike anyone because I can't deal with drama. I don't want to just avoid it at all costs.
I wanted to add to that question you asked me last week about who do I hate.
Kill
2 years ago, in 2013,
Allegedly, in your opinion.
This is really important. She accused me of like. I did do that, but my defense was that she deserved it. She was terrible. She was awful. And then she went on and she like fully started bitching about me and saying that I, cheated and that I should be stripped of all my titles and all this kind of stuff. I don't know what title she was talking about because I don't have any. But I wanted to add that because she has an axe to grind. I, would like to think being the bigger person, I've sort of released it to the universe and I don't hold a grudge or anything like that. But yeah, we don't speak. We're not on each other's Facebooks, and she's blocked me. And she released tirades of abuse on me on Facebook as well years ago. And I just remained radio silent because I thought, well, I'm not going to make it worse. But yeah, that's the story. Hopefully one day we can be sisters again.
The thing is, we can try and find. I can try and find some drag queen that's really upset me, or to be truthful, there hasn't been one. I mean, because I'm not. I suppose I'm not in the thick of it all the time. And I look at Facebook and all that. I mean, I hate the whole bitching thing. It's not me in drag or out of drag.
And you just don't let them get you down.
I'm doing my bit, and I want that to be good. I don't care if I've got no time for it. I just don't get it. I don't like it. I hate that negative thing. So I'm not gonna. There isn't a drag queen that I don't like. I don't know a lot of drag queens, to be quite honest with you. So I'm just doing my bit and enjoying working with the people I do like.
Worrying about what you're doing rather than what they're doing.
I don't care what they're doing. I just want to have a great time and drag. Drag's about fun.
Good on you, Candy. I like your attitude.
That's the whole thing. Yeah.
That's a really good attitude.
Do you have any favourite behind the scenes stories?
They will stay behind the scenes.
I don't have any gossip because they're all so boring. It's not worth gossiping about. Like I could be nasty about them, but what for? It's wasted on them because they don't get the campness of it. They're all too the new ones, the old ones you can camp. You say I love your hair, and they get the gigging. But the new ones like, what did you say? What did you say? What did you say? Pathetic.
Now, could you tell me quickly about any gossip that's floating around at the moment without using any names?
Well, can we talk?
I actually don't have any hot gossip right now. There's always gossip going around, but as soon as one person knows it, or one drag queen knows it, we all know it. And then it's no longer gossip.
Oh, well, I don't know if there's any gossip. Everyone knows everything about each other. So you find out one camp story and you go to tell someone and they already know. So anything I was to say right now, everyone's going to know. So I don't have anything new, and there's no one in particular that I really care about thinking about right now.
Have any gossip that you can tell without using names?
Gossip is a wonderful, wonderful thing. I think we all thrive and live on gossip. It's kept many of us in the industry a long time. It's part of commercial life. Every paper, every talkback radio show, every television show is all about gossip. I enjoy it. There's a bit I could share. But what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Nothing's being said.
Oh, if I was Prime Minister, what would I do? Cut all the politicians' superannuation and redistribute it. Cut their wages and make them try to live off $500 and something every fortnight, like a Centrelink person does. And then raise the GST and say, okay, now, can you live off that? Can you pay your rent? Can you pay your bills? Can you eat? Can you put your kids through school? I don't think so. I just try to make the place a happier place. I would, and this might sound very militant on my end, but I would reinstigate conscription for those between the ages of 17 to 30 that are unemployed, that don't get into university. I'll pretty much make it compulsory, because that way then people can learn a trade, they can learn things, and it also bumps up our defence force, which happens to be the smallest defence force in the world.
Laura, just quickly, what would you do if you were Prime Minister?
What would I do if I was Prime Minister?
Yeah. If I went ding now, you're Prime Minister, what would you do?
Put on the show. Oh.
If you were Prime Minister, what would you do?
Well, I don't think I'm smart enough to be a Prime Minister, to be honest.
Let's just say they put you in the chair and said, okay, do something. What would
Well,
you
I
do?
guess the first thing, as everyone wants right now, is to legalise gay marriage. That would be the first thing. And to be honest, I don't know. I don't follow politics. I live day to day. This is my life. Like, to be honest, I'm actually worried about what's going to happen in 2 years' time right now. Just getting a blowjob. Can you hear?
If I was Prime Minister, the first thing I would do, and you're probably going to get the same answer from all the girls, I would make gay marriage a thing, because I think it's absolutely ridiculous that in 2015, in a progressive nation like Australia, a developed nation, we don't have gay marriage. I think it's just ridiculous. Not that I want to get married. I don't believe in marriage personally for gay or straight people or anyone. I think that you should choose to be with someone on a daily basis, as opposed to being locked together under law and making it impossible for you to get apart if you want to. So I personally would be happy with the commitment ceremony. However, I would like people to have the choice if they would like to do that.
I agree with you totally. If you were Prime Minister, what would you do?
Sorry, if I was Prime Minister, I don't even know what the Prime Minister now does, so maybe I'll just fucking sit down and have a beer, because I wouldn't even know where to start. And I'm not that smart, I would just probably, if I was Prime Minister, I'd probably just, fucking not do anything, because I'm fucking lazy. I'm lazy. And, I'd just be like, take my job. Give it to Rita. She's more the one that would be Prime Minister, not me.
So you be Treasurer.
I can be treasurer. I'll handle the money.
Putting a white lady's comfortable shoes.
While you're putting your comfortable shoes on, Lexi,
Comfortable shoes on. Any questions
Yes.
from the audience?
I'd like to know, what would you do if you were Prime Minister?
If I was Prime Minister, number one, I would do everything that Japan does.
Really?
Because Japan is the only place in the world that gives you little plastic covers at the train station to put your umbrella in, so you don't get water all over people's shops. That's my favourite thing.
I love that.
And their train system runs like clockwork. You pay how much you want, you pay for how much you want to go to the station, and then you get off at that station, and you're trusted to do it because you're Japanese and you've been brought up right. Also, if I was Prime Minister, what would I do? I'd make sure that everybody had good hair, and I'd make sure that everybody had a cat. Because I think that people that have cats, much like Nova China, myself, and Susie Bridge, are happier people. Like, having a cat is the joy of my life. What else can I tell you? You're not filming my vagina while I'm doing this, are you?
Can do if you want.
No, don't! Don't do that. That's a bit naughty.
If I was Prime Minister, I would really be fighting for what I'm fighting for now, equality. When I say equality, it's not necessarily gay marriage or gay rights, it's about equality worldwide. I think every person, providing they're doing no harm to any other living being, should be entitled to what everybody else has. And the law, courts, welfare, respect, everybody should have what everybody else is entitled to. Equality of life, equality of self-expression. Once again, doing it well and doing it with no harm, doing it with integrity, and doing it with every other neighbour and person around you in mind. That's what I'd be going for.
that? Do I need to edit that out?
No, you don't.
No, I love. Yeah. I love. It comes from the heart. I've got a big heart.
Bye.